Hello and welcome to the Intuitive Heart Healer podcast. My name is Valerie McLaughlin and I am your host, intuitive heart healer, energy artist, and spiritual guide. I hold space with love to help you to connect to your heart center so that you can connect greater to spirit and live a life full of love, joy, and happiness as you are guided by your intuition and higher self, helping you to heal and let go along the way so that you can ascend and become more enlightened. Looking for something different and exciting to do with your friends and loved ones this holiday season that doesn't involve gathering in person? Do you want to connect with loved ones in the universe and on Earth? Do you want to have fun while receiving guidance in your life? Book your group online intuitive heart session today for you and 7 other people. In these 2 hours, we will come together to heal, connect to loved ones who pass, and guides to bring messages to help you along your journey. Each person will receive a mini reading as well as a short energy clearing to help you move forward and bring even more joy, happiness, and love into your life. To learn more about the Holiday Intuitive Heart Session, go to intuitivehearthealer.com or email Valerie at intuitivehearthealer@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing all you on this wonderful holiday season. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Intuitive Heart Healer podcast. I am so grateful to have you here with me, listening to this podcast and joining me every week. This week, we are talking about December's energy and what energy we have available for us to work with in our highest good that is going to help us achieve our greatest expression of ourselves and really align us with the energies to help us to move forward. This month is going to be an amazing month. Not without a few little hiccups here and there, but that's to be expected because change is on the horizon. Your change of the way that you do things, the way that you think, how you stand in your power, all these wonderful things are changing. And one of the things to help you in that department to change is to become more heart-centered. As you become more heart-centered, you will receive clearer intuitive messages and allow you to move through this change with ease and grace. Now, for some of you, this may be a little bit challenging. There may be some old belief systems that you were not willing to let go of. The full moon in Gemini that happened on November 30th with the eclipse was here to help us release these old thought patterns and our limiting beliefs to allow us to get more clarity. And for some, this was met with restraint and resistance. And for others, it was freely let go. So for some of you, you may be going to have a few more challenges along the way to embrace this change. And this is really to bring balance to your mental thought and clarity and come into your heart center. So it could be that you are extremely overthinking and overanalyzing things and not allowing your heart to guide you. Or it could be that you're so far in this dream world that you're not bringing it back into your heart center so that you can ground it into Mother Earth and ground these ideas and what you want to create and the way you want to hold yourself and be in the true version of yourself, you're not bringing that into your heart center. So it's like a very Libra energy. And if you ever work with the Libra energy, it is the scales like to be balanced. So if you are more in one energy, you have to bring in the other energy in order to bring yourself back into this balance. And that balance for us in this month of December is really to be in our heart center magic, to be in our hearts and allow our hearts to be our guiding force. And part of this is really embracing the feminine aspect of yourself, standing in your Empress energy. The Empress energy in the tarot deck is that feminine energy. It's also the Venus energy of the planets, that loving, nurturing part of you, the part that goes with the flow, that trusts their intuition and allow your intuition and your guidance from your higher self to come through, moving with the ebb and flows. And also the Emperor's card in the tarot deck is represented by the number 3. The number 3 is also clearer, more concise communication. And that communication is not only with humans, but also with angels, ancestors, light beings, and the highest version of yourself. So embrace your feminine energy. Stand in your Empress. Stand in your power, your feminine power. It's not to negate the masculine energy, but this right now is asking you to embrace more of this femininity, to allow that guidance to come through, to allow yourself to go with the ebb and flow. So if your idea of what you want to bring forward, if your idea of what you're manifesting comes forward and it's not exactly with what you look with, it's kind of like you bounce off the walls and you just kind of go with it. It's not fighting it to try to fit it into what you want it to be. And that's part of this energy too, is to get out of our heads, get out of this traditional thinking and allow yourself to really think outside the box, and also to be more free-spirited with your thinking. Allow your childlike imagination to come through, because children are these free spirits. And when I talk about children, we are talking about young children. Think about a 3, a 4, a 5-year-old and these beautiful things that they say and they create, and the imagination that they have. And this is what you're being asked to bring in, is that childlike creative thinking, the childlike creative imagination, the one where, you know, they want a pink skirt but they have a red one and they put the red one on and say that it's a pink skirt. And so it's about reimagining what the truth is for you. What is the truth for you? And being adaptable. That's what it's about too. It's very much about being adaptable. And not putting restraints around yourself. A lot of what we've been doing and adding to ourselves over the last few months has been leading us into this new energy. There's gonna feel a shift, like a lightness that comes over you. Remember, you have a good foundation. It's part of what you've been building on throughout this whole year, throughout the last couple years. So trust in that solid foundation that you built. And some of you may be thinking, like, what the heck foundation did I build, like, in all this chaos? You don't have to know. You don't have to know everything. This is what our human minds get caught up on, and this is part of the thinking that is to be let go of. Is, what is everything? What is this? What is this? What am I doing next? It's letting go. You don't need to know everything. And when you're in that free spirit, that really feminine energy, you just know. You don't know how you know. So questioning how you know is counterproductive. And trying to figure out everything is counterproductive. You're being asked to just be in this state. And being in this state will allow you to be more adaptable, more changeable, more going with the flow, breaking through old concepts. And this is usually when I do these guidance, it's usually like first week, second week, third week, fourth week, and this is kind of ever evolving, and things will come up, especially in the beginning part of the month. The feeling is that things are going to come up to kind of challenge your way of thinking, so that you can break through these habits, these thought processes, these beliefs that really are not serving you. And asking you to relax, bring in more love, do things that light you up. And this is the perfect time of year. You know, the holiday season is the perfect time of year. And I love that it's called the holiday season, because it's really not one day. It is a compilation of days and experiences. And one time out of the whole year, the majority of us believe in magic. The magic of the season, the magic of Santa Claus. We bring in more gratitude because over Thanksgiving, that's what we do. We are thankful for what happened this year. We are thankful for our family. We are thankful for the food. We bring in this thankfulness, this gratitude. It's part of the season. And the magic of the season is believing. When we look at children and they write these letters to Santa Claus, and some of them are asking for physical things, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's something that happens along the way, that, you know, we think that when we ask for physical things, it's less than asking for something for somebody else. You are just as important as everybody else. There's not one person greater or less than you. We all are important. So whatever you wish to create for yourself, whether that's bringing in a material thing or bringing in an energy to help somebody else, both of them are beautiful, magical things. And so when these children write these letters to Santa Claus, they believe that this is going to happen. They believe in the magic of Santa Claus. And I've said this in the past, I don't have one of those memories of when I didn't stop believing Santa Claus. I still believe in Santa Claus. I still believe in the magic of manifesting and creating what we want. And I still believe there is something out there looking over us, and things just magically happen. Maybe it's not the way we were taught as a child, but things magically happen at this time of year. And the magic comes from many different things. And just think about it. Manifesting a candy bar and manifesting a car takes the same amount of energy, and there's magic in both of them. So if you found $100 or somebody paid off $100 bill for you, it's the same magic. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It's the magic of creating. It's the magic of calling in that energy to make it happen. So that's part of that belief system that we are breaking down so that we can be more magical and create more magic. And part of this is also developing a greater connection with self and a greater connection with source. And meeting that right in the middle. Just think of the infinity sign and flip it so it looks like an 8. And in that looking like an 8, the bottom part is the earth and the top part is source. And in that middle where they cross at that moment, that is your stillness. That is the part that you're being encouraged to sit in more and more, to bridge that connection between heaven and earth, to bridge that connection to the divine and earth and bring it into one. And from this oneness, we create a world full of love, peace, and gratitude, because that oneness is that divine, unconditional love that's connecting all of us together. This month's energy is all about self, all about the collective, but most importantly, it's all about love and bringing in more love and living in your heart center magic and bringing in that divine feminine energy. Developing some rituals and daily practices even stronger, if you haven't already done so, will help you along the way. If you have done so, you are being encouraged to keep them going. Now is not a time to let them go. And it's also a time to make sure that we are continuing to protect our energy. And I say this as a good thing, because we want to stay within our own energy, and we want to try to release things that are not ours that we pick up along the way. Like if you're feeling happy and then one moment you're feeling sad, connect and see where that's coming from. Is that yours? If it's not, send it back to source with love. But also wrapping yourself in divine white light and only letting in what your highest good, so that you're bringing in the light in. Because we are also in the mix of eclipse season. Yesterday, November 30th, was the eclipse. And we also have one on December 14th. And remember, eclipse seasons are portals. And so they open up doorways for things to come through. And some things may not be of our highest good. So making sure that we are protecting our energy so that we're always in the highest good. And as you shine your light brighter, you attract all kinds of beautiful things to yourself. And some of those beautiful things are people that are places or things that maybe are looking for a little bit more light. And if you are not protecting yourselves, they may start to pull on your light. And this isn't because it's bad or they're doing something wrong. They're just seeing the beautiful light that's within you and how well it's shining, and they just want a part of that. And so we want to learn to send out a part of that where it's not draining us and taking away all our energy and pulling on our energy. And you can do that. You can send out waves of love and release. Send it out and release without leaving attachments to it so that you're not pulling that energy back to you. It's letting go of attachments. Right? We were talking about letting go of attachments of how an outcome will look when you are manifesting and creating what you want. When you're sending out love to somebody and healing to somebody and just trying to help do your part to bring more love, joy, and happiness in this world. When you learn to do this without attachments, you allow yourself to catch and release is what they showed me, but it's release and let go. But if you're thinking like fishing, you catch something and then you throw it back. But this is the opposite of that. This is throwing it out there and then releasing the line so that you're helping to heal the world and you're helping to bring love, joy, peace out into this world and gratitude out into this world and to others. You know, maybe you have a loved one or a friend that is going through a tough time right now, or maybe they lost somebody and you just want to be there to comfort them, but you don't want to take on their energy. So you can release that love and let it go and cut that cord and cut that detachment so you're not drawing on them and you're not pulling in that and bringing that into you. The idea is to help others and not take on everything of others. So we have a lot of wonderful energy this month and a lot for us to work with. And I'm just going to recap real quick what this month of December is bringing us. Release from attachments. Release from old way of thinking. Become more heart-centered. Ground into your strong foundation that you have built. Embrace the change that is coming, that is happening every day. Sit in the stillness to connect your humanness to Source in that divine love, connecting stronger to your heart center magic, and stand in your Empress power, your divine feminine power, as the intuitive being that you are. I hope you enjoyed this month's energy guidance. If you would like your own personal guidance, then please go to intuitivehearthealer.com and book an appointment with myself, and I'd be happy to help guide you through your journey that you are on right now. If you'd like to follow me, you could go to Instagram at Intuitive Heart Healer or Facebook, the Intuitive Heart Healer group. I appreciate every single one of you, and I am looking forward to this beautiful month of December. And remember, if some things kind of go a little left and you want to go right, embrace the change and ask for guidance on how it's serving you and how you can best navigate this time. Become your free spirited, childlike, intuitive person that you are. Have a wonderful day, and until next time, I am sending all my love to all of you. Go out and shine bright in this world. Shine your love and light, and I will see you real soon. Bye-bye for now.